And I'm rolling when you're ready.
Okay. Hi, I'm Tripp Gregson, the Tripp of Tripworx Design Studio. I'm located in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I make fish and other products out of recycled traffic signs.
Cool. I want you to do one more thing. I want you to do that again, and when you say fish,
I don't need to point at it, just go right on?
Yeah, go to fish.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, no, point to them, but point them out as you say fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like he's getting ready to bite me there.
There you go.
Do you need that off of there? Does that show up enough?
That's fine. You can't see that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, I'm Tripp Gregson. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Tripp Gregson, the Tripp...
It's okay.
Boy, I'm already screwed up now. Okay, let's do this. Hi, my name is Tripp Gregson. I'm the Tripp of the Tripworx Design Studio. I'm located in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I make fish out of recycled traffic signs.
Okay, that's good.
Decided not to point at the fish.
Yeah. I got stilted on that one.
All right.
It was easier the first go round.
I'm sorry. Okay. Well, all right. You just want to
tell me. Just roll through the things you want to hear again, and maybe I'll just rearrange it.
I want to hear the who.
Okay.
Quick intro, artist name, location.
Okay. You still want me looking just about where you?
Yeah.
Right about between where you.
There you go.
Are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So when you're ready.
Okay. I'm Tripp Gregson. I'm the Tripp of Tripworx Design Studio. I'm located in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I make fish and other products out of recycled traffic signs.
Okay, the chair snapped. We need to do that again.
Be still.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Okay.
When we hit the 2-minute mark, we'll do that again. And go ahead.
Hi, I'm Tripp Gregson. I'm the Tripp of Tripworx Design Studio. My studio is located in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I make fish and other products out of recycled traffic signs.
Good. I'm rolling, and when you're ready.
Okay. Give me a sec.
All right.
No, really, it's just the how, because you've already said what.
Okay.
Yeah, just tell us how you make them.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let me just tell you guys, and maybe see how this sounds. Well, that's an interesting question. Where to start? I guess it starts with the design. When I gather, I trade for, I buy, I beg, borrow, and steal.
Starts with a sign, a license plate, whatever it is.
Okay. When you're ready.
Okay. The product starts with a sign or a license plate or other recycled material, and I do my design based on what the sign or the license plate looks like. And with the fish in particular, I would size that based on what signage I've got and kind of what's rattling around in my head with regards to what fish I want to make. And then I do that design work on my computer and perfect it. And then the work gets cut out. I use a router, and it actually cuts the aluminum pretty much like wood. And then the pieces get basically oh gosh, that's a tough spot. I make lots of different pieces, and like fins and eyeballs and all sorts of things like the and then I take all those and gosh, this is tough to describe. Sorry guys. Okay. When I make these designs, I make lots of different fins and eyeballs and pincers and crab legs and that sort of thing, and I basically stockpile those. And when I get a license plate or a sign that I'm ready to work with, I take those and I assemble them in a fashion that is colorful and interesting to look at. The assembly is basically riveted construction. Use pop rivets, aluminum pop rivets, because the coatings on the fish and on the crabs and that sort of thing are, let's start that over again. I pop rivet them together because all the coatings are, let's try this again. I pop rivet these together because they're all coated. The signs have a reflective coating as well as the license plates. And so rather than weld them together and melt that coating, I actually rivet them together. Let's see, what next? What else do we want to know about all this? Let's see.
Well, you talked about routing, and then what else do you do for the finished product or to get it to the next product?
Well, I route them and I rivet them together, and then I top coat them. I usually tell people in the booth, routed rivet. The product is then top coated with lacquer, and the signs and the license plates have already been outdoors, so they're good to go. So this actually gives the product a nice feel and a nice coating, and gives them a little bit more weatherproofness so that you can mount them indoors or outdoors.
Perfect.
You like that?
I like that.
Okay.
Now the final is around what?
Let's see. This is typically what I tell people in the booth. All my life, I've made things out of recycled doohickeys. I would save something out of the trash that somebody else would throw away, and I would make something out of it. So I've been doing this since I was in diapers. What occurred to me after working in the corporate world for a while was that I wanted to make things. So I started off making furniture from recycled wood. And I found that not many people cared much about that. I was getting a kick out of it, but not many other people did. So what I did was I made a bookcase for a friend of mine, and I used a traffic sign as the stabilizer, or the back of the bookcase. And I was going to a show in Philadelphia, and I kind of had this piece hidden in the back of my booth. And some of my friends said, "You need to move that out to the front." And when I did, it got a lot of attention, and at that point I thought to myself, people don't really seem to be that interested in recycled wood, though they're coming along. But signage is very iconographic, and they really like it, and it's recognizable. And I thought, well, I could work with signs. That would be fun. So that's why I work with signs.
Perfect.
And it's kind of lengthy, but...
No, and I just want you to take it and go with it. And if you stumble, don't worry. We'll try to cover that with shots, and
Okay.
we'll see what we can do about that.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Tripp Gregson, the Tripp of Tripworx Design Studio. My studio is located in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I make fish and other products out of recycled traffic signs. I've been making products out of recycled traffic signs ever since I started. I started off making products out of recycled wood, and found that people enjoyed recycled traffic signs a lot better. It's more recognizable, and they really get a kick out of it. So, over time, I have evolved from making furniture products, to making decorative products. And I grew up at the beach and spent a lot of time fishing. I'm old enough to be of the generation where your mother said, go out and play. And so I would take my fishing rod and go fishing. So fish have always been very interesting and beautiful to me. And these fish are a lot of fun because I get signage both out of the city and off the interstate. And I love working with color. And so this is what I make.
Okay.
We didn't really get into the process.
Yeah. All right. So Tripp, let's see. Tell me who you are and where we are.
Okay. Hi, I'm Tripp Gregson, the Tripp of Tripworx Design Studio. And Tripworx Design Studio is located here in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Good.
Does that work?
Yeah, that's perfect. You like that?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, and now I want you to tell me, let's see, all right, tell me what products you create and how you create them.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to mention the other products? I mean, it's mostly fish, but we make martini glasses and back scratchers and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So here, okay, let's phrase the question like this. Tell me what you make, and I mean, seriously, tell me about what you make and how do you make them?
Okay. I make fish and martini glasses and back scratchers, and I make them out of recycled traffic signs. What I do is I gather the signs together and I design the product based on the size and shape and color of the sign. This is then riveted together. Well, I cut it out with a router. Now, people always ask how I cut it out. It's cut out with a router. It's designed on a computer, and after I cut it out, it's riveted together. That way the coatings on the signs or on the license plates stay clear. It's not like they melt if you weld it. They will melt if you weld them.
All right, let's do that. Let's do it one more time. It's okay.
So not used to hearing myself yak like that.
Don't worry about it. Okay, so tell me about your products and how do you make them?
Okay. You know what most people do is most people ask me, where do you get your traffic signs?
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
they go, oh, you're the guy who's been stealing the traffic signs.
Okay. All right.
And I get my traffic signs both from the city where I live, as well as I trade with a company that supplies interstate signage. That's typically like the flow. Where do you get the signs?
Okay.
Then they usually ask me, how do you cut it out?
All right.
Well, first, the question is, what? You know, what is it that you make? So I love that. So you say, hey, I make.
Let's roll. Okay. Again, tell me who you are and where you are.
Okay. I'm Tripp Gregson. I'm the Tripp of Tripworx Design Studio, and my studio is located here in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Good.
That was perfect.
All right.
All right.
All right. So Tripp, tell me what kind of art or what kind of products do you create?
I create mostly fish, but I also make back scratchers and martini glasses out of traffic signs.
Good. Okay. Hold on to that. Do it again. So Tripp, where do you get your traffic signs?
A lot of people ask me that question, and no, they're not stolen off the road at night, though I do lust after them occasionally. I get my signs from the city where I live, and I also get my signs from a company that supplies interstate signage.
Okay, he didn't repeat where I get my traffic signs. Repeat the question back to me. I get my traffic
Oh,
signs.
okay,
That's
gotcha.
okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So Tripp, where do you get your traffic signs?
I get my traffic signs from the city where I live, as well as from a company that supplies interstate signage.
Okay, good. All right, all right, so Tripp, just walk me through for a minute, or tell me how you build some of these, fish, and tell me how you build the fish.
Well, I design the fish. I design them in software, so I build them out of. This is tough.
That's
Where to
okay.
start?
All right, just tell me.
Okay. I design the fish in software, and I cut them with a router, and I rivet them together to preserve the coatings.
Good.
That's basically it. I mean, that's kind of shortened. I wanted that to be shorter.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it one more time. Just tell me. Okay, so how do you go about making the fish?
I design the fish in the. I design my fish.
Okay, back up. Do it one more time.
Okay.
Okay. So tell if I for a particular fish. Tell me how you design a fish.
For a particular fish.
Well, no, just tell me how you design a fish.
Okay. I design a fish by looking at photographs. I look at lots of photographs of a particular fish, and I draw this out in my software, and this then gets cut with a router. And after I route the shape and clean the edges, I rivet the piece together so that it preserves the coatings on the signs or on the license plates.
You like that?
You gonna go through that again?
One more time.
Okay, one more time.
Okay. I design the fish by first looking at lots of pictures of a particular fish. Then I draw that out in my software. Let's do this again. Okay. When I get ready to make a particular fish, I look at lots of different photographs of the fish. Then I design this in software where I can draw it out and shape it. Then it gets cut with a router. And then it gets riveted together to preserve the coatings on the license plates or the signs.
It's your money take right there.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, so now what are we going to do? We talk about the passion?
Yeah. Why?
Okay, so Tripp, I know you've been doing this ever since you were like a little baby, but what got you into doing this, and why do you do it?
I don't know. I, um, you want me to restate that?
Yeah, the furniture and how that led
Yeah.
to. I love
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
That
so
was great.
so
Okay.
Tripp, how did you get into this, and why do you do it?
Why do I do this? I do this, I've always done this. I've always made things out of recycled bits and pieces ever since I was a child. When I used to work in corporate America, and whenever somebody threw something away, I would always take it home and make something out of it or fix it. So after I got tired of living in the cubicles, I decided that I would make furniture out of recycled wood. And one of the pieces I made utilized a traffic sign as the backer board. It was a bookcase. And it got a lot of attention at a show. And it occurred to me that people are very fond of seeing traffic signs and license plates used in other ways. So that's why I stopped working with wood and started working with aluminum. Is that enough?
I like it. Yeah. What do you
else?
think?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the why.
Okay.
Something like that. I can actually, if you just want to see that right there, that's easy enough to move these parts. It doesn't really matter. Okay. How's that?
That's good.
Okay.
And then do a print screen. You see that? Yeah, it's just it's
You want it in Photoshop? Or would it,
Yeah, yeah.
would that be better?
Well, either one. I mean, it doesn't matter. What's your the basic? I mean, it's just going to be a picture.
Okay.
What do you got there? And then file, paste, edit. Go over to edit.
It's not showing up. It's like it didn't grab anything.
Print screen. That's why I always just use paint.
Okay. All right. Let's see where the paint is. And you say it's usually under.
Accessories, go up. Let's see. Oh, no. Is I would put somebody's, like do a screenshot of whatever they had, like if somebody left their computer and went to the bathroom or something, I would run over, whatever they have on their screen, like if they have their contact manager open or like Word or something, I would go and I'd print their screen. I would go to paint real quick, Word or their, whatever it is that they have open, and they're clicking on it, nothing's going on, but they don't realize they're clicking on a picture.
Oh, that's cruel.
They used to have this other program that would flip their desktop upside down. So they would come back and their desktop was flipped upside down.
My daughter keeps wanting me to get the screensaver that looks like your screen is cracked.
Yes.
And then load it on my dad's computer. I said, sweetie, I don't think Dad can handle it. I haven't done anything like that since, remember you could write batch files?
Yeah.
I'd write batch files so that when people open their computer and
Right.
say weird things
Yes,
to them and
yes,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. Okay, well that's cool. So I'll email you the fish design.
Yes,
so you
email
get a
that to
shot.
me. Let's go in and get some shots of you. And Tripp actually he had martinis at the show. So while we were doing his interview, we were drinking martinis.
That made
out of
that,
his
that made that
martini.
whole process a lot easier. You just want me to move
Mhm.
around like I'm doing?
Yeah, just put your hand on the keyboard or something like that, whatever. There we go, yeah.
So are you zooming in? You got them zoomed in?
Mhm.
Can you get any shots of like the whole?
Here, just stand behind me and here's what you're looking at.
Okay, nice. Now how far can you zoom out? Can you get him? Like I would love to even see. Or is that too much to ask?
Hmm.
Like get like a shot. Because what I'm thinking is we'll show him, and then we'll zoom in to show what he's doing.
Okay.
That's good.
So I'm getting the wide shot first. Okay, move your hand back when you rivet.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Excellent. All right, I'm going to go in a little closer. Now what I want you to do is, yeah, I hope we can get that. All right, go ahead. Pop your gun on that.
Tail, the upper part will be kind of neat looking. You want to just keep working on it. Take a special one. This is a slightly new design.
All right, Eddie, I think we got enough.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be quick.
Get one maybe where it doesn't roll across. There we go.
Very nice. Look at that. Right before our eyes.
We're ready to well, almost ready. Then I've drilled the holes.
And you had to create
This logo?
Yeah.
I created it.
Okay, I like that logo.
I
That's
was-
pretty sharp, and it really looks good on this stamp, doesn't it?
It turned out great.
Yeah.
I had this is based on Bentley's logo, this part,
Mhm.
and then the outer part was there's another product that uses a circle, but I wanted the circle together with the rising sun emblem,
Mm-hmm.
and so the wings, so it's kind of like something's growing out of something else,
Yeah.
and so I'm very pleased. I've ever since I designed that,
Yeah.
I like my logo.
It just looks good. You could do all kinds of stuff with that logo. That's a great point.
Oh yeah, there are all kinds of things like that, and then
I
throw
say
throw
now
the
just-
taglines in. Do you want to see me grinding? That's kind of a little an interesting thing.
Yeah. A little grinding, maybe push the camera back.
All right. That goes pretty quickly.
All right, I'm rolling wide.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, that is part of the process. Is sitting up here going, yeah. Now that it's in the daylight, I see a lot of imperfections. I do that a lot. Try to get this from an angle where it works for you.
All right, go
That
ahead.
better?
Uh-huh.
Hey, your light makes it easy to see where I'm getting the
Doesn't it?
coating worked out. Okay.
Go ahead and hit it again. Come on.
Maybe I should hit one of these other ones. This one's going to start to run. This one will just be double coated.
Perfect.
It'll probably end up at somebody's beach house outdoors anyway.
I want to do that. Just start looking.
Okay.
That's perfect.
These are awesome signs. I went to the city the other day. They called me up, and the guy said, I got some stuff for you. Because I gave them some magnets and some back scratchers. They were thrilled.
Pull that caution sign up again. And look at it like you did. Yeah.
Like this? How's that?
Perfect.
Here, I'll hit one with a different color, too. This
Good.
one's kind of a fun sign.
I'm not going to zoom. I'm not doing. We're not going to zoom in on this. There's no need.
It would be a good one. It's got a nice scratch on it. So I keep the city sign guys supplied with back scratchers and keychains and occasionally a purse for their daughters. They take care of me.
Perfect.
You good? I'm just going to start rolling.
Okay. So you guys, did I tell you, Eddie, the story of why they're crooked?
Mm-hmm.
How I went to Florida and I wanted to show it to my friends because we were going to a show, and I thought it was dry, but it wasn't.
I actually talked with them at the show.
People like that. I don't know why. It sounds kind of goofy, but. Would it help if I assembled this like upside down? Can you see that a little better? Like if I did like that? That's not the typical way I put it together, but you might get a better visual of it. You ready?
Recording.
What's cool about this is it's held by these jam nuts. And you start to make it different. You see that okay?
Uh huh.
It's ready.
That's perfect.
It's beginning to feel like work.
All right, I'm just going to roll on that. Okay, don't everybody walk. We got a tripod bouncing. All right, just give you another one. We'll do. Hold on, I'm going to keep this thing at F4. Okay.
No, we're still right in the middle of it. Can I call you back? I will touch base with you soon.
Good.
How about
All right.
that?
Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to tilt up and do some.
If anybody wants me to make another one of those, it'd be $10 billion. You ever made anything you think, I'm not doing that again?
I mean, that's a big piece of furniture right there. Oh my word.
Yeah. Let me pull back because I'm not.
I didn't know how to get all that stuff to go together, so that's a very relaxing thing to do, is the woodworking.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh yeah, so many people do it. I mean, it's just as a way.
Eddie,
to
pull
layer
back on that
tire.
light. There you go.
mine way too.
No, you're fine.
Eddie, this is the type of fabric that Lauren dyes.
Oh, okay, that's beautiful.
It's a Chabot.
All right, that's just.
That's good. We're just going to use it as a quick shot, and we may even just crop it out and use it as a photo. It's just going to be a fly-in real quick. He doesn't
Okay.
do this any